Have you ever struggled while learning? Of course you did. The problem is that everyone demands from you lots of stuff, and life also does. But you were not told how exactly you should learn. They do not teach in schools what are the basic techniques, tips and pieces of advice. Today I show you 9 best tips that will help you improve your learning abilities. Slow down. The more you understand, the less you have to memorize. Don't just read or watch. Stop and think. When you ask some questions, don't just skip to the answer. Imagine that someone really is asking a question. The more deeply you force your brain to think, the better chance you have of learning and remembering. Do the exercise. Write your own notes. When books or videos or something else requires to do an exercise, never skip it. Don't just look at the exercise, use the pencil. There is plenty of evidence that physical activity while learning can increase the learning. Ask questions, even dumb. Firstly, there are no dumb questions. Secondly, sometimes questions are more useful than answers. By questioning, you give a signal to your brain that it is important and it should think about it. Even if you don't know the answer yet, your brain will unconsciously search for the answer. Do not study in one place. Stand up, stretch, move around, change chairs, change rooms. It will help your brain feel something and keeps your learning from being too connected to a particular place. Make this the last thing you learn or read before bed, or at least the last challenging thing. Part of the learning, especially the transfer to long-term memory, happens after you put the book down. Your brain needs time on its own to do more processing. If you put in something new during the processing time, some of what you just learned will be lost. Drink water, lots of it. Your brain works in a nice bath of fluid. Dehydration, which can happen before you ever feel thirsty, decreases cognitive function. Talk about it out loud. Speaking activates a different part of the brain. If you're trying to understand something or increase your chance of remembering it later, say it out loud. Better still, try to explain it out loud to someone else. You'll learn more quickly, and you might uncover ideas you hadn't known were there when you were reading about it. Listen to your brain. Pay attention to whether your brain is getting overloaded. If you find yourself starting to skim the surface or forget what you just read, it's time for a break. Once you go past a certain point, you won't learn faster by trying to shove more in and might even hurt the process. Feel something. Your brain needs to know that this matters. Get involved with the stories. More emotion you are feeling, the more chances that you'll remember it and the more it will stick to the memory. Take action. Write down all the tips and put it at some place where you will see it daily. Reread them all and watch this video again and again until you really learned these tips.